Hello guys, if you'd like to improve your heroes that use a derivative damage, just watch this video to the end, just for you guys know my point of view right here. That can be really helpful for you build well these specific heroes, okay? Just for you guys to understand, in Dragonheir Silent Gods we have heroes that depend from Enlightenment, okay? I'm going to show here some of these heroes in the first season, but in the second season is coming more heroes with Enlightenment. And now you don't need to go much far. So one of the main heroes here, that is this hero here, she's a premium hero. She depends from Enlightenment for she be able to do more damage, okay? So if we go here and analyze her skills, you guys can see there, Enlightenment is very important for her. She does derivative damage, and derivative damage bring what to this specific hero? A special damage type that is affected by Enlightenment, okay? That's the thing, these heroes are based on poor Enlightenment. You guys have to build these heroes with very good Enlightenment power. That's the thing. But one of the main points right here that I have to say is about how many pointers you guys can use, that's possible use to build this specific hero in terms of Enlightenment. On the same way that how many pointers of attack that you also have to place this hero for works better than he used to work with Enlightenment points. Okay, that's the thing, because I've seen that many players are building this hero right here as an example, focusing more on Enlightenment, but it's not just about that, okay? Anyways, I'm going to give you all the details about this right now, mainly because one of my best friends, Mitchell, he's from Germany, he made something incredible. I think that's really useful, very interesting. We have now, just for you guys to have an idea, we have a derivative damage calculator or Enlightenment damage calculator. I'm going to show you just so you guys see. You see, Mitchell did this case here, so it is insane, guys. It's insane what he did. So just for you guys see, and here. Derivative damage calculator, Enlightenment damage calculator. On this calculator right here, it's possible to place many of things in terms mainly about the basic points of your hero in terms of attack power, Enlightenment points, and the skill of coefficient. That's exactly the skill of that specific hero, like Flora as an example, And then there are specific calculations right here, which is not easy on this part of the orange here, that influence important points in terms of bonus. That's like totally relative, because you guys know well that there are many things that matters in terms of talent tree, affinity solvent, and so on. But the main case is right here. This part right here in terms of inputs. All right. So that's the thing here, guys. Now you know well to build these heroes here to be able to work fine for you. All right, but before I talk more about these guys, about this specific topic that is about Enlightenment damage or derivative damage, if you didn't buy in your account, guys, I have to always to say about this, in every single video that I bring here to the channel, will be able to help me here just for you buying your account with me. How you're gonna be able to do this is just use this code here. Once you use it, amazing. All right, you're gonna be helping me a lot for this. In the same way that I try to help you as well. If you come here to my live videos, I try to bring almost every single day. It's not every single day, because there are many situations that goes around myself in terms of my personal life, but I try my best. I do not live as a content creator, guys. This is not my main profession. I do some other things. I'm a manager in a specific store for sell technology, computers, this kind of stuff. And in the future, it's possible that I'm gonna be a cop, a policeman, okay? So many things is going around in my life, but I always gonna be here. It doesn't matter which type of profession that I'm gonna be following, but you know, I love this is my hobby, you know, so that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you in some way. Now back here to the game again, guys. I'm going to be very direct with you, you know. So it's possible you do these specific tests right here in this part, you know. So you have the dummy here, the dummy, you know, the dummy here is possible you test heroes, right? Yeah, and you can test even like you can place your Enlightenment heroes on this battle, and then you can do some specific tests as well, you know. That's one of the things, of course, that me too brought the calculation. That's a big thing, okay? But just for you to understand, it doesn't matter, like if you go to put loads of Enlightenment points right here, but if your attack power is not good enough, it's possible that your damage is going to be less. Then you put a little bit of less Enlightenment if you improve your attack power. So that means that, guys, always place priority to build well the attack of your hero, a part of the Enlightenment points. This is the big advice that I give to you, you know. I did this test. I'm going to show here my flora, just for you guys understand my point of view, you know. I have my flora right here. I did this test with her, okay? I did it, you know. So how I did this test with her, I reduced a little bit the points of Enlightenment. I improved her points in attack, you know. So I'm going to bring here the composition that I used to use with her in the battle, you know. So let me bring here, I'm gonna bring here mix one, so this one here, okay? Just for you guys understanding the point here in terms of Enlightenment and in attack, okay? Look at that. I used to have 420 Enlightenment, but one thing here, the points of attack that I used to have with her, even though I had 420 points of Enlightenment, the points of attack was minimum. It's like it was 5,600 only. Guys, I couldn't be able to bring very good performance, very good results with her for temporal vortex or some other specific battles, you know. After that, I placed her with more attack power and I reduced a little bit of the Enlightenment right here. She did much more damage than exactly what I used to do, you know. Just simple as that. I tell you, I'm gonna give you an example. In temporal vortex, I used to do, and she was with only 5,000 and then 420 here in Enlightenment. I used to do 1.5 billion, okay? After that, I improved this. I placed her more attack. I gained, listen now, I gained 200 million more damage. This is a lot, guys. It's a lot, like 200 more, 200 something in terms of millions damage, improving her attack. Even though I reduced a little bit here her Enlightenment. This is one of the things, okay? Guys, so again, if you go to build these specific heroes of Enlightenment, if they do derivative damage, just make sure again to bring this hero with very good attack power, part of the Enlightenment points as well, you know. If you see there, if you see the main other players, the other players that are leading the group of temporal, the damage of temporal vortex, you know, in your server. If you check how they built this hero right here, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. They have amazing attack power, but also they have very good Enlightenment points, you know. For sure they're gonna do more damage because they could be able to find a good equipment improving her enlightenment the same way that improve you also her attack. Okay, and this is how these heroes has to be built. It's a very good attack power and a part of the enlightenment points as well. Okay, that's exactly what you guys have to focus on, you know, otherwise you won't be able to have a very good performance. Unfortunately, it's like this, you know. If I go here, guys, I'm gonna go show here down just for you see. I'm gonna place this hero here, just 30 seconds there, just for you guys see how it's going to be her damage for 30 seconds. Okay, just give a note, just note see exactly the points there. Okay, per seconds there. That is now. Look at that. Only 30 seconds. Okay. Okay. We have these points here per seconds. You guys see here? 46,834. Now I'm going to change this. Okay, I'm going to change this. I'm going to reduce her attack power, improving more her enlightenment. Okay, I'm going to do this right now. I think if I do this, it's gonna be better for you understand my point of view, for sure. Okay, I have this here, so let me bring here enlightenment. Yeah, can be this one. Look at that. I have only one point that's going to reduce, is going to give a little bit more enlightenment there. I think that can be this one here. Let me see if I have another more points of enlightenment. 2 enlightenments right here as well. I think it's better to take the attack one because then stay more interesting to show this, you know. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go for this one. For this one, where is attack one? This one. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this. I'm going to gain 15 plus enlightenment, but I reduce my attack power. Yeah, I reduced a little bit there. So now it's 6,900. You know, I reduce a little bit. Let's see how it's going to be her damage. And then another thing that you guys have always to think about, like one of the things is about RNG. RNG influences a lot here in terms of this hero. But look at that, you know, look at the difference. Look at the difference there. I got 10,000 less damage, just placing more enlightenment and reducing her attack power. This is just for you guys understanding the point here, okay? How these heroes has to be built is they have to be built on the way that enlightenment is not exactly the priority, but also the attack power is one of the main factors, okay? Is one of the main factors, because if you do not have very good attack power, you have very good points of enlightenment, it doesn't mean that damage is going to be insane, you know, unless if you place that hero with very good attack power, okay? Always put that in your mind now. If you go to build these heroes, guys, focusing more in attack power, a part of the enlightenment points, okay? That's the big advice for you. That's why I really want to bring this video right here. You know, I'd like to say thank you very much for Mitchell, because he showed this for me as well, drew his calculator, derivative damage, and that's very interesting calculator that he built there, you know, and it's very useful as well, you know. So we see that one is possible to calculate well, to see how it's important to have more attack power many times instead of a big amount of points in terms of enlightenment, okay? Anyways, I hope this video can be interesting for you. Thank you very much for all those subscribers. Thank you very much for all the support, guys. Thank you for everybody that is buying your account here with me. I really appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate, you know. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Hark. Do you hear it? The anguished wails from the Dragon Queen's retribution. When she forsook us, when she expelled us. They call us the Silent Gods, for we have been exiled beyond the world to where none can hear us speak. How glorious, how serendipitous. All because you have come into contact with his. This should have been our land!
Oh, you are quite a captivating suit. I fight to defend my soul! One day, I shall depart the unyielding silk and be free of all this.
Now, he has awakened and stands before you.
Shadows
Entangled.
every choice comes with a price.
Don't see me as one of those goofballs.
Follow my lead. Everything belongs to me!
We shall await. We shall observe. How will you transform this world?